Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. Friday night is a huge slate of NBA action, and after going 2-0 last Sunday by NBA picks, and after all three series last night were forced to a Game 7, are we going to have some similar situations after tonight? I'm not sure the answer to that question, but I do have a couple of answers, I think, to the questions of the NBA odds here for your NBA picks today. So let's try to follow up on last night's 2 wins and get a couple of more here tonight. The first game I have for you is the Dallas Mavericks playing host to the San Antonio Spurs. Game 6 of that series. Dallas needs a win here at home to force Game 7 back at San Antonio, but they are a 3-point home underdog here with a total of 198.5. Now, the Spurs did get a convincing win in Game 5. Tony Parker, although he was reported injured, had a fantastic game, and the Spurs got a lot of contributions from several other players. Thiago Splitter, the main one here, you just really didn't see coming, had an absolutely fantastic game. But I think the spread is off limits in this game, even though the Spurs might have a little bit of value here. And I think instead the total at 198.5 has a lot more going for it here tonight. 3 of the last 4 games in this series have gone over the total, and I think we could see a similar style game to what we saw in Game 5 here in Game 6 in Dallas. The Spurs were 24-19 cashing the over on the road for the regular and the postseason, while the Mavs 25-18 cashing the over this year at home. 1-1 this series though in Dallas is the total, but big trend I think we're leading towards in this one is in the 2 playoff meetings here between these two teams in Dallas, along with 7 other regular season matchups for Dallas where they were a home underdog. They've cashed the over at 8-1 this season. I think you could have a lot of value with that trend heading into tonight, and 198.5 points here for this total, just a half point higher than what it was in the previous game. That total skied over. I'm looking to double down here, go with the over in this one once again. So add 198 over between the Spurs and the Mavs. Second one I have for you is the Toronto Raptors heading to Brooklyn to play the Nets, and the Nets are a solid 5-point favorite in this game against Toronto, and a total of 191. Could be that big favorites here because of the fact that they almost came back from 22 down in the fourth quarter to come back and almost beat the Raptors in Toronto in Game 5. However, Toronto did squeeze out a 2-point victory despite giving up 44 fourth quarter points. And even though Brooklyn probably should have won that game, even though they might win this game straight up, I think the Raptors here at +5 have to be a little bit undervalued, especially after that fourth quarter collapse. I think it's what the books are trying to get to capitalize on. But the Raptors have now covered 2 of their last 3 against the Nets here in this series. And if it wasn't for a one more make for the Toronto Raptors, they would have covered their last 3 in a row here. So I wouldn't make much. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see the Raptors keep this game within 1 or 2 possessions and cover +5 here. They were 17-8 against the spread as a road underdog during the regular and postseason this year. And Brooklyn, even though they've been pretty good at home, the Toronto Raptors are absolutely outmatching them in the backcourt. And Jonas Valanciunas quietly having a pretty good series as well, averaging 13 points per game and 67% of the field. Without Brook Lopez, the Nets have been horrific against opposing centers, and things aren't changing here with young Valanciunas coming into his own here in this series somewhat. So with the 2 guards, DeRozan and Lowry, playing good, and with Valanciunas really clogging up the lane for the Brooklyn Nets, I think the Raptors can cover this game +5. Wouldn't be surprised if they still lose straight up, but I think they can cover here at +5. So add that to your NBA picks along with over 198 between the Spurs and the Mavs. Best of luck to you on these 2, and I will see you back here tomorrow for a lot of Game 7s. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of The Sharp Pick.